What's more, I simply needed to tell you the amount I love you, the amount I value how liberal, how kind, how cherishing you are tight. And because of reasons pretty much where he is on the grounds that Jamie's forever been a confidential individual, somewhat says entertainer and vocalist Jamie Foxx, isn't in a hazardous circumstance. Now the entertainer composing on Instagram value all the affection feeling honored at last Jamie Foxx has at long last stood in opposition to the reports of his clinical issue. And he might have provided his fans some genuinely necessary sense of finality. What gives with this? How did Jane put it? And could you at any point truly depend on it, Og? I surmise you'll need to watch to figure out worries over Jamie Foxx's well-being have been developing among his family fans, and Francis Wartime has passed without a report on his condition for those uninformed on April 11th. Fox was owned up to a Georgia emergency clinic, subsequent to encountering an unexpected problem where he is supposedly having numerous tests run. Corrinne Foxx, the entertainer's little girl, likewise posted a message on Instagram about her dad's well-being, at the time expressing fortunately, because of speedy activity and extraordinary consideration, he is now en route to recuperation. The family requests protection during this time. Fox interim was shooting back in real life with Cameron days for Netflix. When the well-being alarm happened, the film has pushed ahead with a body twofold for Fox, while recording his approaching Netflix film back in real life in Atlanta. The entertainer purportedly required crisis clinical consideration and was shipped off the emergency clinic. What in blazes might that at any point have been Fox's Netflix project anyway? Kept recording with a bitey twofold after his well-being alarm, and chose to push on regardless. James' friends and family are really concerned, yet the creation should go on. Companions and individual big names of Jamie Foxx have communicated their sympathies on the terrible news. Charlie Mack, also known as Charles E. Alston, posted a virtual entertainment demand for supplications for the Django Unchained entertainer. I really want you all to continually keep her darling sibling, I'm Jamie Foxx up, whom we as a whole love and care for profoundly in our soul, psyches, and petitions. We want you back, brother, as I generally express a genuine boss isn't the one that wins, the one meets and defeats misfortune. He composed on Instagram your test turns into your declaration. We as a whole can hardly hold on to get you back home to celebrate, chuckle with, and cheer you. He added the legend of Django Unchained was additionally the subject of a tweet from LeBron James, who said to some extent recover and back to yourself sooner than later, alongside a few petitioning heaven hands and shining star emoticons. Marcel Bovis, who has known Fox for a long time, and Kerry Washington, who played his significant other in the films Ray and Django, and Shane both posted Instagram appreciation posts for the entertainer, sending you all the adoration and supplications, my film spouse. And the last J, I love you such a lot of I need you to get better before long, sending you light love and petitions to heaven. Composed Carrie David Allen Greer posted a photograph of Fox alongside the words, I'm petitioning God for you, Jamie Foxx, on Twitter. Feel far improved soon, Jamie. Additionally got warm words from Martin Lawrence, who hoped everything would work out for him and consult his allies that his companion was doing. Approve. All things considered, Jamie Foxx is up, I hear. He's improving, Lawrence 58 told Extra on Thursday, as he was respected with a star on the Hollywood Stroll of Distinction. My requests go out for him consistently, and hoping everything works out for him, from what I hear. And my requests go out for him consistently, and hoping everything works out for him. Truly outstanding on honorary pathway. During the Stroll of Notoriety occasion, Lawrence talked about the heaviness of Fox's non-appearance and the effect of Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy on his profession. He likewise talked about the family relationship he appreciates with Steve Harvey and Tracy Morgan. He's one of the most outstanding we have in Hollywood, Lawrence said, one of the most incredible performers, as well as a decent individual, one of the most amazing performers, yet a decent individual, you bet. There have been bits of hearsay that Foxx might have experienced a stroke, yet his well-being status stays unconscious. The insider said Jamie experiences hypertension, which specialists say can cause clusters in the mind, prompting a stroke. This data gave further setting to Jamie's clinical issue that is extremely deterring to hear, yet fortunately Jamie Foxx, as of late, said on Instagram, value all the adoration, feeling honored. What a magnificent confidence. He additionally communicated appreciation to Scratch Gunn for facilitating Beat Shazam on Fox in his non-appearance standard, and Kelly Osbourne, on the off chance that you hadn't heard, will supplant Fox on Beat Shazam. As per the show's Instagram canning, will be a visitor have for season 6, and Osbourne will offer DJ types of assistance for Fox's little girl. Per-emotion side Shazam has been an unscripted pillar on the Fox plan for 6 seasons. And counting, an assertion shared by the show Red Scratch Cannon has proposed to fill in for customary hosts Jamie Foxx and Corrinne Foxx this season, so that game show watchers don't need to overlook anything at the activity. Kelly Osbourne is filling in as our DJ today. Everybody at Fox Amusement wishes Jamie recuperation, and we enormously valuable Scratch's readiness to bounce in and help this late spring creation on Beat Shazam. Started in 2016 with Fox imprint Burnett, Very Posnick, and Lauren Thausick filling in as chief makers. It's a game show where 2 gatherings contend to decide the titles of tunes. One gathering goes up against the Shazam music. Distinguishing proof instrument in the last round, Cannon had before dropped hints about the shift while giving a report on Fox's well-being, expressing he was chipping away at something uniquely amazing for the entertainer, which he alluded to active kindness. Some help fans' kind words and petitions to God have true to form overwhelmed the web. So moving along, we should make a plunge. As per one ally, let Jamie Foxx be oak. Please, the man is super skilled, quite possibly of the most capable individual on the planet. I would contend, from his satire to his impressions, to his voice, to his capacity to play old-style piano. Let Jamie Foxx get through this, and be as he was. Another fan added, I'm petitioning God for yourself, as well as your family. And I'm Jimmy Foxx, you're quite possibly of the most skilled individual I've grown up following. And you've never frustrated your fans like me since I was 6 and watching Unfiltered and Fabulous. You have consistently carried a grin to my face. Thank you. And I realize you will recuperate from this soon. Sibling take care. While one more fan remarked, sending my requests for his recuperation and for his loved ones to remain solid and confident. I figure all will be great, and he will make from this oak and more grounded than at any other time. And another fan pen, Jamie Foxx is a flat-out legend and a genuine gift to Hollywood. He's demonstrated endlessly time again that he's quite possibly of the most capable entertainer out there. And I have presumably he'll return more grounded than at any other time after his new health-related crisis, sending adoration and supplications his way. Spot on. Yet a minority of online analysts voice conflict, contending that VIPs face novel well-being challenges. Somebody on Twitter said here and there, I wondered, why does anybody need to realize what befell him? However, at that point, I contemplate internally, well, he picked this life, he picked popularity and cash. And tragically, this accompanies it still. I wish him well still. It muddled caused Jamie's health-related crisis, which was purportedly dangerous. It is still extremely hazy what befell the 55-year-old entertainer. On April 13th, he ended his quietness before to counterfeit his many fans and consult his friends and family that he's doing great anyway. The VIP and his friends and family ought to be given their space as expected, so no one needs to stress over making sense of any troubles the entertainer might be having. Words on the roads have that the specialists dealing with the entertainer have cautioned that there will be desperate results in the event that he could do without his psychological wellness. Fox should relax when specialists at last give him the oak to leave the Atlanta Region Clinic, where he has been since experiencing a well-being alarm. Last month, Jane is steady and not in a dangerous circumstance now. An individual near the entertainer told individuals on Friday, May 5th. The individual added that specialists are accomplishing other things tests and need to be totally certain that he will be OK before he is released from the emergency clinic. The Foundation grant champ was in the last long periods of recording for his most recent venture, the Netflix activity parody, Back in Real Life, co-featuring Cameron Diaz and Glenn Close. Creation on the flick occurred in Atlanta. Photographs that surfaced from the set uncovered that a body twofold was utilized in James' leftover scenes. Yet in light of the fact that the Hollywood ability will ultimately be cleared to head home doesn't mean he can continue his tiresome plan for getting work done. He has a ton of tasks going on. He finishes things he is engaged and shrewd. What befell him restoratively is sufficiently serious to keep him in the emergency clinic, said the insider. They additionally uncovered that specialists have previously encouraged the 55-year-old to keep his anxiety down. The following huge gig on his rundown was continuing facilitating obligations for Beat Shazam anyway. It was affirmed through different media sources that his companion Scratch Gun will steerage the show this season, as we referenced before in this video. Additionally missing from the creation is Jamie's little girl, Corrinne Foxx. The 29-year-old fills in as co-host and DJ on the famous challenge show. Next up would have been appearances to advance the clone Tyrone. The film stars Jamie John Boyega and Tiana Paris. It will debut on June 14th, the premiere night of the 27th American Dark Film Celebration. The undertaking will then, at that point, be delivered on Netflix on July 21st. It doesn't come as a shock that the entertainer is revered by millions across the globe. After all, he has been around for the most significant length of time. The Jamie Foxx Show debuted on August 28, 1996, another sitcom that featured a recognizable face for the people who watched James during his 4 years on Unfiltered and Fabulous, or got one of his couple of appearances on the genuinely well-known mid-90s sitcom Rock.